It all started in the middle of a quiet college classroom, where Professor Laura Bennett stood before her Human Biology 101 students, ready to kick off what she called the Great Debate Week. Every semester, she assigned one controversial but science-backed question and had her students research, present, and discuss. This semester's question: are body functions the same in men and women? At first, the class responded with silence and furrowed brows. Then, Eric Dawson raised his hand and grinned. Isn't it just mostly the same, but with, the obvious differences? A wave of chuckles swept the room, but Professor Bennett simply smiled. Let's test that assumption, she said. You'll be split into two teams. Team A argues yes, body functions are essentially the same. Team B argues no, they're different in significant ways. Present your case next week. Use science. Use facts. And be prepared to challenge each other. Eric found himself on Team A. On the opposing side, Team B, was Monica Reed, one of the brightest students in class and a pre-med major with an eye for detail and a passion for physiology. The two had never spoken much, but this project would change that. Throughout the week, Monica dove deep into textbooks, journal articles, and interviews with medical professionals. She took meticulous notes, highlighting everything from metabolic differences to the hormonal cycles in women versus men. Meanwhile, Eric and his group, comprised of Kevin, Dana, and Jasmine, were struggling to find a compelling narrative. They agreed that yes, men and women shared many biological processes: breathing, digestion, circulation. But the deeper they went, the more cracks appeared in their position. We need to get creative, Dana suggested during one of their late-night research sessions in the campus library. Maybe we focus on how body systems function similarly, even if the underlying chemistry varies. Eric nodded, but something in his gut told him Monica's team was gaining ground. The day of the presentation arrived. The class was buzzing with energy. Professor Bennett took her seat in the front, laptop open, ready to evaluate. Monica stepped up first. She wore confidence like armor. Let's start with hormones, she began, clicking through a slideshow that displayed graphs and anatomy diagrams. Estrogen and testosterone, while both present in men and women, are secreted in vastly different amounts and have profound effects on mood regulation, muscle mass, fat distribution, and even immune system responses. She walked across the room like she owned it. Women's bodies go through monthly cycles that influence everything from energy levels to pain tolerance. Men's hormonal levels stay more stable, but their systems are influenced more acutely by spikes in cortisol and adrenaline. And when it comes to drug metabolism, Eric sat straighter. Monica continued, even medications can act differently. Ambien, for instance, was once dosed equally between sexes until studies found women metabolized it more slowly, leading to lingering effects the next morning. Dosage guidelines had to be revised by the FDA. The class murmured in interest. Even pain perception varies. Numerous studies show women tend to report more chronic pain, yet have higher thresholds for acute pain in certain conditions, especially during childbirth, while men report more intense responses to the same pain stimulus in lab conditions. She concluded, so, while the systems may be the same, lungs, heart, brain, the functioning, regulation, and expression differ significantly. The class clapped, and Professor Bennett nodded in approval. Now it was Team A's turn. Eric took the lead. He approached the podium with a more conversational tone. I'm not going to stand here and say men and women are identical in every way. We know that's not true. But let's ask a different question. Are the core functions of our bodies, the need to breathe, to pump blood, to digest food, really all that different?
He paused.
Look at our lungs. Male and female lungs both exchange oxygen and expel carbon dioxide. Yes, average lung capacity varies due to body size, but the mechanism is the same. The heart, same chambers, same pumping cycle. Our neurons fire the same way. Our kidneys filter blood. Our livers detoxify. He clicked through slides showing similarities in anatomy. We argue that the design is consistent across sexes. The variations, while real, are more about degree than about type. We aren't different species. We don't have different operating systems. We have the same hardware, just with different calibrations. Dana added a compelling segment on shared diseases. Both sexes get diabetes, heart disease, and depression. The symptoms may manifest a bit differently, but fundamentally, these are human illnesses, treated with largely the same protocols. As the debate wrapped up, Monica raised her hand with a rebuttal. If two computers run on the same system but one overheats faster, stores data differently, and processes at a different speed, are they functioning the same? Eric smiled. Or are they just customized versions of the same core model? The class burst out laughing, and even Professor Bennett chuckled. When the class ended, Bennett stood and addressed them. Fantastic presentations. Both sides made excellent points. The takeaway? Men and women are more similar than different biologically, but those differences, when present, matter a great deal, especially in medicine. After class, Eric approached Monica. You crushed it. So did you, she replied, adjusting her backpack. Honestly, I've never had that much fun in class. Eric raised an eyebrow. Coffee? There's a place near campus that's basically a second library. Monica smiled. I'll bring the journal articles. As the weeks passed, their casual meetups turned into regular study sessions, then something more. They didn't always agree, but their debates became the heartbeat of their connection. Monica challenged Eric to think critically, and Eric helped Monica see things from the lens of broader narratives, storytelling, connection, empathy. One evening in early December, as they prepared for finals, Monica shared a personal story. My mom had a heart attack last year, she said quietly. But the ER almost sent her home. Women's symptoms can be so different from men's. The classic chest pain wasn't there. She just felt tired and nauseous. If she hadn't insisted, something was wrong. Eric leaned forward. That's terrifying. Exactly, Monica said. That's why I care so much about this. Differences in body function aren't just facts in a textbook. They're life or death in the real world. Eric nodded. You're right. And I'll admit, I didn't get it before. The topic came full circle the next semester when Professor Bennett invited Monica and Eric to co-lead a guest seminar on gender-based medicine. This time, instead of opposing teams, they stood side by side. Monica began. We once debated whether men and women's bodies function the same. Today, we want to show you why understanding both the similarities and differences is key to better health outcomes. Eric added, if you treat every body the same, you risk missing critical signs. If you understand the nuances, you can save lives. They spoke about everything from hormonal differences to pharmacology, stress responses, even organ transplant compatibility. Afterward, students approached them with questions, gratitude, and even a few confessions of their own biases. One student, Jordan, said, I never